Hey everyone, it's me, Natanya Klinger. I just want to welcome you all to our new podcast on school news, Behind the Scenes. Today I will be interviewing some of my fellow staff members and getting some insight on how they feel to be a part of the Viridian news. We'll start out our podcast by talking to one of our returning Viridian members, Braden Downey. Hey Braden, how does it feel to be here today?
It feels good to be here. I enjoy this part of my day.
Do you have any nicknames?
Here at school, I go by Lane, which is my middle name, but on the Viridian team, I go by my actual name, which is Braden Downey.
What's one thing that you love about the newspaper?
The newspaper is really just a creative outlet of mine that lets me create my own publications and something I can show future employers later in life. It lets me really contribute to the community around me, meaning my school mainly, but it also allows me to get a little bit out there in the world while also contributing to a positive thing around me.
Why did you join the newspaper?
I saw an email about 2 years ago, and it was just telling everybody that we were starting a class for journalism, essentially. And I thought about it, I dabbled on the idea of it, but I hadn't really made up my mind. But just about really the last seconds, maybe last 2 or 3 days of school that year, I decided, you know what? Let's go for it. And if I don't like it, it's all right. I can change to something else. But I really seemed to like it, and it was something that was very enjoyable for me, and I had fun with it.
And in the past, have you wished that we had a news team?
I think that if we had started it earlier, that we would have quite a bit of success. Not that we aren't successful currently. We're seeing a lot of success just within this class, through the students and through the views, the analytics metrics that we see from it. We see that there's a lot of growth and potential in this, but I feel that if we had started it sooner, that we would be much farther ahead.
Okay, aside from school, tell me a little bit about yourself, outside of school life.
Yeah, I'm a photographer in my free time. I love my dog. You'll usually find me hanging out with her. I like to go take pictures of landscapes though, try to incorporate my dog into those. If I'm not taking pictures though or with my dog, I'm usually working. I work quite a bit now.
What kind of dog do you have?
They call her an Aussie Doodle.
Okay, and her is a girl, so her name is?
Her name is Cassie.
Okay. Do you have any big accomplishments?
Yeah, I do. In high school, I was able to get my W3 certification, a pathway course that we offer here at Walnut Grove. It allows students to learn the basic fundamentals of website development and just overall general things that you might need to know for creating online content or contributing to the digital web space. Another accomplishment that I hope to achieve soon is to get AWS certified, which is the current class that we offer here at Walnut Grove.
Do you have any favorite classes or favorite things you do at school besides the Viridian?
Most definitely. I enjoy the pathway courses. Currently I'm in computer science principles. Computer science is one of the major things that I'm passionate about, but really just the computer courses that I take. I do enjoy my math quite a bit now. We offer advanced financial algebra, which is something that I've seemed to really like.
You're a senior, you're in 12th grade, so what are you thinking about doing after high school?
I'm thinking about going to either a 2-year college or a community college to get my prerequisite courses for computer science and software engineering, and possibly something to do with environmental sciences. And later on, after I've gotten my prerequisite classes, I plan to go to an actual university and attain my actual degree in computer science, software engineering, and whatever I choose to go with in environmental science.
It sounds like a lot of money.
A lot. I gotta have a good job.
Okay, did you enjoy being a newspaper, or do you enjoy being a newspaper? Because I know you were here last semester too.
Yes, I really do enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I don't think I would have come back really.
Yeah, because you're one of the OGs.
I know that we had a lot of students who just wasn't for it, just wasn't their kind of thing, which is all right. A lot of them did quite well, but a lot of the people who have returned, they really did persevere and they really did stand out. They really shine at what they do here, and I feel that it's great to be a part of that, and I feel very good about being a newspaper. It's one of the bigger things in my life.
Do you feel that a lot of the students know about us?
I feel that the majority of our student body here at Walnut Grove is aware of Viridian News, but I'm not exactly sure that they understand all of what we do, but I do feel that they know about it.
And how do you feel that we can make it better for them to understand?
I feel that we could make our resources, particularly the articles that we publish, and maybe even the podcasts later on, I feel that we could publish them out in the halls, like with QR codes, how we've started doing recently. I feel like if we were to cover more areas with methods that students could more easily access our content on a wider scale, that we would see a lot better results and that we would see more students really understanding what Viridian does.
Okay, do you find it hard and or easy to write articles and interview people?
This is a tricky question. Writing articles is very subjective, and it very much depends on the people who you interview, and if you are writing about something that you know quite a bit about, it's a little easier than writing about something that you don't know about, which is usually common with most writings that people will do. Viridian is supposed to interview people that are involved with whatever subject we're writing about. The one killer of our articles is dry interviews. If our interviewee is not very open about what they do, or they don't talk a lot about what they're passionate about, it's very difficult for us to really get that information out and relay it to other people in the articles.
Okay, for our second interview, we're going to interview one of our new staff members on the Viridian News team, Kelsey Edmondson.
Hi!
So, how do you feel to be here today?
I am very happy to be here today and to see another day here.
Okay, what's one of the things that you love about being in newspaper?
One of the things that I enjoy about newspaper is creativity that I can put in my articles. And it helps me fix some mistakes that I can incur, because I do have a habit of run-on sentences, not really writing the best. So I think this class will actually help me, to write better and like English and stuff.
Do you enjoy being on the newspaper?
I do, but it's definitely something out of my comfort zone. I definitely don't like talking to different people or having the attention on me. So when I go to a classroom to ask to interview somebody, it's just awkward and I just get really nervous. So hopefully soon, at the end of the semester, so I can actually learn to be more comfortable with my writing and talking to other people.
Yeah, when I first started, it was really difficult for me to talk to people, and because I don't know, I was just a very shy person, but now I'm just very out there, and I'll tell people what needs to be done and what needs to happen. So aside from school, can you tell me a bit about your life?
Okay, so I'm definitely a homebody. I do not like to be anywhere outside of home, but these hobbies that I have picked up lately, I definitely love word searches. I have found a hobby, I just don't know, my mom bought one and I just started doing them and I just really enjoyed it. And I also like reading. I like to read library books or a book I have at home, and I just for a lazy day when I don't feel like doing anything, I just like to lay on the couch and watch TV and be with my dog.
Yep, that definitely sounds like a homebody, and that definitely makes sense for somebody who doesn't like interviewing.
Yes.
But I promise you will get better at it. It'll come naturally,
Yes.
And it won't be as scary. Other than that, do you have any big accomplishments?
I do have a big accomplishment. Last year in November, I decided to get baptized. I think it was on the 24th of November. So I like going to the church and stuff, I just believe in that stuff, because a lot of people don't now. So I just go in there and sometimes I'll read my Bible. I'm not the best at keeping up with it. So usually when I do have the energy and stuff where I'm not always lazy, I usually read the Bible.
Do you enjoy being in the newspaper?
I do love the freedom.
Do you find it easy to write articles?
Yes, but no. Cause I'm very, I said, I'm very bad at repeating myself. Very bad. So, when presentation from, the class, or you go back and edit it, and I just see all my mistakes, I'm like, I could have done something better. But like I said, I'm not really an extrovert. Like, I'm very to myself. So, like I said, like at the end of the semester, or probably like in the next month or so, I hopefully I get, you know, to be more publicly speaking. So I think that's really what's hard for me.
What's one of your strengths and weaknesses? Like being on the news staff, what's your strength?
Well, I definitely know my weakness is, like, I just repeat
Yeah,
myself.
interviews and
Yes,
repeating yourself.
but my strengths to be found. Like, I can, like, find my strengths during this class and stuff, so hopefully I get to.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening and tuning into our first podcast, Behind the Scenes. Next week, we will have a part 2 where we interview more of our staff members. I hope you enjoyed our podcast and you tune in for next week.